In this video, I will describe what to do for exercise 8. So there is a description over here. But over here, first you'll draw the letter H in the con layer, and then you add dimensions using the dim layer. So you switch over to the dim layer and add the dimensions. Note here that the dimensions are lined up properly and there's little gaps on the edges. This is the correct way to add the dimensions as shown here. Next, you create this shape. Here you can start, go 1, 4, 3, 1, and connect the line, and then you can measure and add these dimensions. Over here is just a series of circles, and sometimes you have a diameter, sometimes a radius. They're basically a ½ inch apart. Okay. Down over here, I want you to create a circle and then add the little leader. Now, I don't think it doesn't have to look exactly like this. I'll show you how to change this in the 10th lesson, how to make it look like that, as long as you have a leader and writing here. And same here, just add these dimensions and create a square and a rectangle and add the dimensions. This one's a little tricky. You have to create 2, 4, and 2. Then you have to do this angle. So in order to do that, I would recommend you change your polar tracking here to 30-degree increments and figure out where that 150 is across here, and then add that 4 and come back by 4. Over here, you have to use different layers. I want you to also draw the center lines here. So in here, you have your center line to switch, so it'll draw that line as opposed to the other ones. See if you can make all these the same length coming out, but we'll talk about that in a future lesson. But if you can, try it. Okay, over here, we have the chamfer command. We have a box and circles in here where you'll use the offset, and then you have the chamfer command here. Make sure these center lines stick out. Okay, again, this may not look exact over here. Here you'll have to edit, so you'll have to double click and add the 45-degree typical. See if you can figure out the degree symbol in the bar under symbols. Okay, finally, there's a little challenge here to do a little Pac-Man eating the little dots. People seem to enjoy this last activity. Now, how would I start this? So first I'd go to the imperial border. So I'd open up the imperial border. And then a lot of people like to just go in here and edit it right away. So they double click it. Okay, they double click. When it's highlighted, this little screen appears, and they put a title in here, maybe exercise 8-1. Here they put their name, John Smith. Okay, Smith. These are all scaled 1 to 1. So over here you put 1 to 1, and then if you want you can add the date at the bottom. I'm not going to put it in. And then it appears on the border. Again, when the border opens, okay, when it opens you double click, okay, and then you can type the information. After you've done that, you can copy this border. So you go to the copy command, you pick the border, you hit enter, you pick a corner, and then you begin copying. Copy, copy. And then you can copy it multiple times here. Copy. Right? If you can't see it, copy. Copy down here. Pick on the corners. Copy here, and copy over here. Okay, and they should all be nicely lined up. In here, if you want to change the next one, you just double click, and you can change it to 8-2. And then you can hit OK. And it keeps all your information and just changes that to 8-2. And then you can do your drawings in each of these boxes.